Hey guys, it's Marta, welcome. Today I wanted to take you with me on a walk through my garden. We'll be walking through those borders at the end of June and I will show you what's blooming and how the garden is looking. Today we'll be walking through the garden, but I will not be listing every plant, what's growing where, because that would last forever. If you need a list of plants in specific borders, please check the channel. You will find a lot of detailed videos there. Today we'll just walk and see the vibe of the garden at the end of June. The front border is looking magnificent. The Cislaria are beautiful, chartreuse. The salvias are still blooming. We can almost see first flowers of my cornflowers, and the Scampsia is having all of those beautiful feathers, and they are almost ready to bloom. So this is a perfect moment for this border. I'm also growing some annuals here in the pots, and here is supertunia bubblegum, the most reliable supertunia. I know I can grow her here. And we have a grass that is called Lady in Red. It is a new variety that the further in the season it becomes more red in the leaves. Beautiful variety, and it's been in this pot for 2 years already, so nice overwintering in the pots. Okay, so now let's go through the gate and see what's inside the garden. We start on the gravel driveway, and the first thing you see is this composition with the pots. There are trees in the pots, Japanese maple trees, and also some annuals and some perennials. This used to be a garage, now it is a fitness room, so we use it as kind of a display for my pot collection. This part of the garden is in lime and white. I decided to use chartreuse color of leaves, of annuals, of perennials and of trees. And then we have a lot of white flowers, mainly from supertunia snowdrift and verbena vanessa in white color. I'm really loving how it is looking, because the snails and the slugs did not get here. Same annuals and perennials that I planted in the ground are being eaten, and here they are looking really good. So overall, really nice border. I'm really happy with the results so far. When we walk to my entryway, you will see a little tiny border that I made for my annuals, and I've been testing here like Rudbeckia Sahara and other annuals. I've tried Snapdragons last year, and they overwintered so well that I pruned them really hard in late winter. And these are the results. The Madame Butterfly Snapdragons are blooming so beautifully that when I come home with my car, I cannot get into the house, because I just stop here and I look at them and I admire their beauty. They are magnificent plants. The entryway is full of annuals, mostly supertunias. I have a lot of bubblegum. We have also the vertigo grass, which is not seen too much. Then we have jazzberry and verbena vanessa, and the same thing is on the other side, because it's symmetrical. Everything is growing healthy, everything is getting more and more flowers. So far I'm happy. I know that the summer is the harder moment, but for now everything is looking just perfect. Just June. Let's go there. The front border is full of roses. We have Garden of Roses, we have Abraham Darby. All of the peonies stopped blooming already. I took all of the flowers that were still here on them, and I took them to the house. And most of the plants in this border are hydrangeas. So the main show of this border will happen in a month. And this will be the border that will be like grazing our eyes in the summer. So in a month, this will be full of flowers of the panicle hydrangeas and Annabelles in the further part. So here in this border you can see two varieties of roses: Gertrude Jekyll, one of the most emotional roses for me, and Ballerina. Ballerina is a beautiful floribunda, very easy to grow. If you're just starting with roses and want to open small flowers in clusters, go for Ballerina. This part of the fountain is surrounded with two of them. They are quite big. They are now, I think, 5, 6 years old, and I'm really loving those roses. I have them in 3 spaces in my garden. This border is symmetrical, so the fountain is the middle and it is looking at our entry door, and all of the plants around it are symmetrical. So we have a lot of hydrangeas. This is a hedge of limelight hydrangeas that will look really beautiful in the summer. Then we have the smaller varieties like Little Lime or Skyfall, and then some roses, Gertrude Jekyll and Ballerina. We also have peonies and some perennials that I planted definitely too close to one another, and I will need to replant. In the spring, sometimes my mind goes somewhere else and I'm thinking, no, I need more, I need more, I need more. And then in the summer, I'm like, okay, you did it again. You planted them too closely. Now let's look at the border. This is my kitchen window, and here we have two old boxwoods and perovskia and some annuals. In the spring I'm growing tulips here and crocuses. Then I'm having some annuals, so supertunia bubblegum, salvias, gomphrena, and then if I want I can put headers here in the autumn, so I'm always changing with the seasons. I really love this very simple small border next to the window, but it's always something fun. Oh, I'm also having alliums here, but we already removed them because they were spent just a week ago. So this border is full of Annabelle hydrangeas. We'll show you those when we come back from our holidays. They will be blooming in, I think, 2 weeks. They will look beautifully, but they are paired with Hakonekloa grasses, which I think are looking more and more as they should year after year. They are really bulking up. So I have two varieties here. One is aureola, that is 100% sure that is aureola. The other one is, I'm guessing, is albostriata. And I would be expecting that aureola would be the slower to grow, which is not true. It is very fast growing. Hakonekloa is a grass that is growing very slowly, and this grass is proving me wrong. It is really bulking up. Some of them are 3 years old, some of them are 4. I'm really happy with this variety. Behind me you can see the apple trees, some of the last of our alliums. I'm growing purple and white alliums here, but they are almost gone. But we have two that I planted really late in the season and they are just starting. So sometimes planting late will give you alliums with the roses, which is a nice idea if you're planting them in the autumn. Then we have this beautiful white cloud. This is a climbing rose, a rambler. It's called Lycophynt, and this rose does not have thorns, which some of you might be looking for a rose like that. It is very fast growing because it is a new addition to my garden. Open flowers, a lot of them, beautiful scent, perfect for pollinators. But if we're talking about a rose that has thorns and will, you know, when you work with her, you will know, you will look like you have a small kitten. So this is Bobby James. It is the biggest rose in my garden, a monster of a rose. And if you're looking for a rose, this is just one rose, not many of them, one. It will take up a big chunk of your garden. So maybe you're looking for a rose like that. It blooms only once with a lot of clusters of open white flowers. Pollinators love it, and when it blooms, you will not miss it. I'm really looking forward to this border. It is a new border. I mean, I widened it. It was smaller. I took part of the loan and I planted some hydrangeas and I planted some heucheras. I'm really hopeful for a lot of blooms this summer. The entry to our patio is on the south wall of our house. On this wall you can see the espalier tree, Golden Delicious. I already can spot so many apples. I cannot wait. I love them. They are so tasty. And then we have roses. This is rose Heavenly Pink too. And then I'm having some catmint, some salvia, some gomphrena trafulula. And when we step back, we'll see some other roses. This is Gertrude Jekyll and James Galloway. And I wanted to focus on James Galloway, a climbing rose, because this rose is growing here. It's only 3 years old, not having easy time, having some very difficult neighbors, and it's performing quite well. I wonder what would happen if I planted it in a perfect position. Maybe that would be one of the nicest roses in the garden. I would not know, but you can try it and let me know. So, on the patio, you can see Bonica, my first rose with Alchemilla mollis, so Lady's Mantle. But I wanted to show you how the supertunias are doing, because I've shown you that I was planting them and I really need this wall of flowers, and they are looking more and more beautiful. I have jazzberry, I have snowdrift, and I have bubblegum. They are mixed together and they will form a huge wall of flowers that is, how tall is this? More than 2 meters tall, and it will look just beautiful in the middle of summer. So this space is our patio. We have raised bed here that are wooden, and I'm growing a lot of strawberries here. Of course, also lettuce and herbs, but now the Strawberries are the main star of the show because they are so sweet, tiny, but packed with flavor. They remind me of a garden of my grandma when I was little. I was running and then I was grabbing one strawberry full of like sand or whatever, and I was just putting it in my mouth. And this taste tells me this is the middle of summer. I love this, and my strawberries taste like that. Behind strawberries, we have a lot of herbs here. So we have oregano, we have lovage. It's almost blooming. See how huge it is. I need to dry some for my winter soups, and also the foxgloves and a lot of mint. As always, the mint is always there, no matter how much I try to stop it. The second part of this patio is a table and a small greenhouse. It is a wooden greenhouse. I have a lot of fuchsias here, some succulents, and in this small greenhouse I have small tomatoes, like small varieties, grape varieties that I'm growing in the pots. They are on a drip irrigation, so I don't need to do much. I just need to stake them a bit, and that's all. And then we can expect some tasty small tomatoes that everyone can grab. The bigger tomatoes are in the other greenhouse. Okay, now let's go through our terrace. I remember that last year we did not do it. Somehow I missed going through our terrace. I really love this space. It is spacious. We rebuilt it 5 years ago during COVID pandemic. We enlarged this area. We made this roof. This is a very comfy space we can sit in. Then we have this little table that we sit in the morning with coffee, with gardenia rose. I decided to bathe my terrace in a bubblegum this year. I've tried different colors here, and I think pinks work best. For me, at least, I really love this. I have pink Gora, I have my bubblegum, and I have this beautiful papyrus. I really love it. We have similar pots here. Here you will also see a lot of pink and a lot of purples. I really love those combos, and I think it works best. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me. Tell me if you like it. I had purple here, did not work for me. Definitely the color of bubblegum is something I really need in this space. This space is one of my favorite to chill, and I really love those loungers. I love the combination of the flowers. We have Spirit of Freedom Rose, Maid Marion, a lot of supertunias, some patience, compact orchid blush. I really love how their cold color works somehow with the warm pink of bubblegum. Everything works except one thing. You can see those those little stems. They are not little. This is Aloha Rose, and she does not belong here. I know it, and I've been trying to avoid this subject for 2 years now, but I will need to remove her and put another rose here. First of all, that will have a nice color like Spirit of Freedom and another growth habit. This is definitely a rose for a different space, not my terrace. Okay, now let's show you a testing space that I have for different compositions. I really love testing different color combos, and this is one of them. I'm testing purples from different plants and how they work with one another, and we'll see what will come out from those tests. This space is very strange. I'm also having a bit of shade here, and here are all of the coleus. We have Wicked Witch, we have fishnet stockings, we have lime thyme, and the new varieties I do not remember the names of now. We have succulents, and we have a lot of annuals. Here are some supertunias, mini vistas, and the statis and the hibiscus. Everything is here, and I'm testing them because I have another idea in my head. This is one of my favorite borders in the garden. The rose that will catch your eye is Angela. This is the pink one. We also have catmint, we have salvias, caradonnas. Here we have peonies, bowl of beauty. Those, you can see those pink ones. And we have a lot of roses. There's a lot of boscobel, but somehow Angela catches your eye. I always say that this rose, I bought it because I like the picture of it online, and it is always the rose that tells me. It is, however I go around her with my camera and I need to photograph her, she always looks the best of all of the roses that I have in the garden. So if you're just starting with roses, go with Angela. You will be loving this if you like this shade of pink. We'll go through this pathway. I call this the secret garden. You can see a lot of roses: Olivia rose, crocus rose, Artemis. Then we have heritage. We have March and Zauber. We have a lot of foxgloves. Then salvias. Then ladies' mantle, boxwoods, and then we go through this archway with constant spray, and we get into my cut flower garden. We have a lot of them that start blooming. Look, this is Rose Pilgrim. Look at those. Perfect blue, and the yellow makes such a perfect backdrop, don't you think? I am growing a lot of annuals here, but also roses. Here I have Evelyn, Judy Obscure. I really love mixing those flowers. They are meant for cutting, and the main cutting will be when I'm back from my holidays. Everything will be blooming here, but already I can scent all of those flowers. I love that. If you have a space like that, you know you can cut those flowers. You don't feel like it needs to stay in the garden. You can take it to the house. In this border we have hydrangea, we have peony, we have boscobel roses, and a plum tree that has a clematis that is called Comtesse de Bouchon. This is my magnolia tree. You've seen it in the spring, but it's really huge and we'll need to prune it. If you want to prune your magnolia, now is the time to do it. And now I'll take you to another border I really love with salvias and with lavender. So this is a new border. I'm really loving it. I've paired stipa, 2 of them. Then we have pink salvia, which the name escapes me at all, but a beautiful one from Proven Winners. Then we have lemon ball sedum. I really love how the lemon ball is popping up those pinks in the salvias. Really happy with this. Then we have this border. This border is full of lavender and salvias. I've started taking back the April night because it's almost done blooming and we are leaving for our holidays, so I want it pruned right to the ground, and then it will regrow for us and bloom again. Then we have a lot of white roses like Chopin, William and Catherine, the Cosmos rose, and a lot of pinks, Strawberry and Queen of Sweden. So it's very pink, white and purple. I have a lot of lavender here, different kinds of lavender, different colors, but I really love coming here. Scent of lavender is said to be working on our alpha waves in the brain, so they are responsible for relaxation and for meditation-like state. So whenever I have a day that is like, do this, did I have enough time to do all the things I needed to do? And I come here and I just sniff the lavender to calm down a bit and enjoy life a bit more. Do you do it too? Okay, let's move back. Let's see what we have here. We have a lot of roses. So Happy Day, Lavender Flower Circus, Sherifa Asma, Kurfürsten Sophie. Don't know the name of this rose. A lot of salvias that I will be pruning. This is April night. And then we have Stachys humalo that is just starting to bloom, but I can already see the bees are very happy. And here we have Sedum matrona that I also really love. This is a really dry space, so it works here perfectly. There, what you can see is Laguna Rose, a very healthy rose. I would recommend it to anyone who likes those deep pink colors. Very nice scent, very healthy rose. If you paired it, if you like those dark pink flowers, pair it with Laguna, Salvia, April Night, and you're good to go. Very easy plants to grow. This part of the pathway is filled with pots. All of the plants that you're seeing, hydrangeas, heucheras, supertunias, even hostas, are in the pots, and they are on automatic irrigation, and they add a lot of color. The soil here is not perfect. There are a lot of roots of other plants, so I decided having them in pots will give me better results. Our gazebo is filled with birch seeds. This is the way we live. We have a lot of birch seeds, like by the buckets. In the gazebo this year, I'm growing caladium in pots. I'm really interested to see how it will work. Also, a lot of begonias. Really love how it looks like. This rose is the biggest surprise of the season. Why? Because for 5 years I thought it was a different rose. I thought it was Uttersons Rosenprinzessin, and I just found out it is not. I was always surprised by the strong scent of this rose. Beautiful scent, one of my favorite in the garden. And in all of the descriptions of this rose, they say the Uttersons does not have a scent. So I found out this is Zaida. For 5 years I was telling you it is a different rose. So sorry, I know I was wrong. But if we're talking about roses that are beautiful but do not have scent, this one is a rose I will definitely recommend to you. This is not a perfect spot, not that many hours of sunlight. This is Leonardo da Vinci, always blooms for super long period of time until frosts come. And now the greenhouse. In the greenhouse you can see a lot of tomatoes are blooming. First fruits are set, and I hope that when we come back from our holiday I will be able to eat my first tomato off the vine. I really love this moment. It definitely screams summer to me. Okay, now let's go back to the bench area, to the wall with climbing roses. A lot of pink roses. If I'm to talk about one, I will talk about Maria Teresa. We have three of them, First Lady Maria Teresa and Natasha Richardson, but Maria Teresa, it's just one plant, so easy to grow, always so healthy, always so many flowers at once. There is not even several, you will see like 30, 40 flowers at once on one plant. That is incredible, and she will bloom until the frosts come. So one of my favorite, very easy to grow varieties. This is incredibly colorful space around my bench. You can see a lot of supertunias, a lot of verbenas, all in those pinks and like deep pinks, and also apricola rose and this rose. This rose is called Blue Wunder. It is not yet in full bloom, but it will bloom. Now when she's starting, she will bloom until the frosts come. This is a rose that showed me that sometimes there are roses who will fight for their life. This is a rose that is planted in this gravel area. Nothing was added to the soil. I did not know the name of it because it was a gratis rose, so I just put it in the ground. And it is one of the best blooming roses in my garden. So sometimes plants can show you that they are fighters, and I really love those kind of plants in my garden. We'll go back to the patio area. Here behind my azaleas, you can see some roses peeking at us. That's Louis Odier, Jeff Hamilton, and also some of the alliums and the ambassador alliums that are almost done. This white river of flowers is Supertunia Snowdrift, Supertunia Vista Snowdrift, and white Scevola, and I'm hoping for them to become a river of white for the summer. Hopefully they will look beautiful. This is a border I've been working on this spring. This is a very hydrangea border. I put some Caesleria in. I've added some hydrangeas and I replanted some hydrangeas. We'll see in the summer how it will look like, because now there is a lot of green, but we'll see when the flowers appear. But this border is also new. I've been trying it a few things. I took some of my grasses from the front border. I put some stipas, some salvias, also salvia amistad and alstroemeria. And I'm really loving this combo of green of the grasses and the purple from the salvias. Really love it. We will finish this video here next to my Winchester Cathedral rose. I really hope you like the walk through my garden. My garden is not that big. It's 1,600 square meters big, and I always try to pack as many plants as possible, and then I see if the nature is like, Marta, this is too much. So I really hope you like this garden tour. Let me know if you like them, or do you prefer a very specific part of the garden when I'm talking about all of the plants that are growing there. So if you like today's video, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.